out to get him a new body. That is definitely possible, just not advised.
Sounds about like the rest of the things we do around here, so.
We take one of those scales that Echoes has and we clone him a new one?
I mean, we could.
I mean, maybe?
Look, clone is an actual spell.
Clone is an actual spell.
I'm not denying any of that. I'm like, I actually just didn't think of that as a viable option.
No, I can't cast clone yet.
I was like,
Well,
we
no,
are
but
a
I'm sure
few
we can
levels
find.
short.
I'm sure we can find people who can, though.
Yeah, look, all right, we're taking the boat to the Dale Lands. Let's go.
Oh
And
my
be
God.
like, we're gonna need you to clone this. You probably want like a warehouse to put it in, not like a
We take one of the
vial,
scales that Echoes has and we clone him a new one?
I mean, we could.
I mean,
Yes.
Or like a barrel, like an entire warehouse would be.
We'll just leave him in a cave in Mr. Anna, and he'll be okay in a couple years.
When the monk has to work fast food, I love it.
all right, what are you doing?
All right. Anyway, Sterling, what's going on?
Where's the Echo?
Oh, he's not even home yet.
Okay, well, Echo will be here in a little while. I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure where the other one went because they were playing games like an hour ago, so they might be eating or something, or just might have the time wrong. I don't know yet, but we
The time zone wrong.
Yeah, because honestly, I thought it was going to be 5 p.m. my time.
It may have been a time zone. I'm almost positive I put.
Well,
Hold on.
it's all
Let me-
good.
Let me see what I put on the card because I don't remember. No,
I might have
I
missed it.
totally put 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, no, but like
So,
you putting
I'm
that
sorry.
and then people
that's-
being able to read are two different things.
No, that's
Wow.
Rude.
Dang.
But
no, that's
facts.
that's
Rude,
fine.
but
Like,
facts.
no, that's fine. Like either way, I would still be getting home at this time on Tuesdays from my morning job if I worked, which I didn't work it today.
Okay, so you.
So it's all
we
good.
might. Okay, this is what session 0 is for, to make sure everything goes smoothly for people,
Exactly.
So we may actually need a 6 o'clock start time.
and that's fine. I'm off on Tuesday, so like whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll go to that, but if it ever did, I will let y'all know if I'm going to be running a bit late. The reason it's not too bad now is because the fact that I work in heating and air. Summer is our busiest time. We have actually hit our slow period now, so there's a lot of times where if shit goes south during the summer, there's a lot of times where we have to work over because there's a lot of shit that needs to get done, especially with the fact that we work on the commercial side of it and we are on sites.
Yeah, I got you.
But it wasn't that bad this time, and like I said, we're hitting our technical slow
What I
period.
found for
And
I found for like 5 days or something.
And I already don't really work my second job on Tuesday nights, so that's why this was perfect for me.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm done with work by 4 o'clock, most nights the latest. And if I am working over, it's usually me playing Man on the Wall, so I don't have a whole lot of issues.
Right.
Yeah.
The only night I'm going to have an issue is election night, and that's just because I may have to pretend to look at the firewall for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Oof. Which reminds me, I need to go out and vote sometime in the next few days.
Or I may have
Hell, I've already voted.
or I may have to go to the Capitol building and babysit the guardsmen who are using our space for their spot.
Right.
That's true.
So by the way,
Yeah, so that's the message for this stream. Go vote. I'm not gonna tell you who to vote for, but you know who to vote for.
Yeah.
dude, I already saw a TikTok of one of my absolute favorite comedians just absolutely just ripping the conservative side.
We're not discussing politics. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying on politics.
Oh no.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you who to vote for, but you know who to vote for.
Sterling,
Right.
can I assume that we treat the D&D table like you treat the dinner table? You don't talk religion and politics at it?
Politics, yes.
Please.
There are certain religions we do have to talk about here, though. Yes.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I would.
That's true. I mean, I do want to worship the great goblin of money and loot. Which, I gotta read the God section. I forgot to read the God section of Wildemount.
It's actually really like there are some really cool gods, and it gives you their whole commandments and everything.
So, let's
really
actually
happy
get
with
to doing the construction thing. So, do we all have our ideas put together? Or ideas that we have so we can help others that are struggling? Because We have come to the agreement that we're starting on in the Mirage Coast, right? At least that's the impression I've gotten.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay.
I think we threw around the idea of starting in the Menagerie Coast, but nothing was set in stone. Real quick, let me get through the DM rules. That way, the rules are set and we know what we're doing. And I'll put them in one of the sections. Probably ask the DM. So rules are pretty basic and simple. I'm not changing too many rules like I did in Saltmarsh. So cantrips will still be actions. You can't use them as a bonus action unless they are a bonus action cantrip. You can cast 2 spells per turn, but if you use your bonus action to cast a... What am I thinking of? Bless, I think? You have to use a cantrip as your main action. Depending on how many times people die, this rule may come as a change. And this applies to things like Identify and Dispel Magic as well. Depending on the level of the death, the magic item, and the rarity of said item, there will be a DC on Identify, Dispel Magic, Revivify, things like that. Depending on how many times people have died, and basically they're the pool on the different types of magics.
Right.
That way, level 3 wizard can't accidentally identify a artifact. Kind of thing.
Well, yeah. Actually, I think there's a check if you don't use Identify to, like, starting out if you're trying to identify something.
Yeah.
But I know that you
also. I know. But yeah.
Yeah, but I know you also have to do that like during a rest too. So. Yeah.
And honestly, I see Identify because the way the spell is read, that since it's a ritual, you're like researching this item. So it's like some items you just can't find research on, essentially. And that's how I see it playing out.
Yeah, Sterling, I think something I'll look it up later to help you out with that rule. I think somewhere in the Pathfinder rule set there's a check in the Identify thing. I'll see if I can find for you.
Okay.
I always thought you yelled at the powers that be.
Well,
I've always been under the assumption that it was a research thing.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
yeah.
It's you're scrying on it with a pearl.
That makes sense.
And it's even crazier. Well, first edition Identify, you crushed the pearl up, poured it into a thing of wine, and drank it, and then the vision you got from that was the identification.
That'll work.
I mean,
yeah, and mainly
then I'd think you'd be better at it if you were Div and I don't know everyone else flails.
Yeah, it's mainly like on legendaries and artifacts. Like they're gonna be the things like rares and other things like that. Yeah, it's pretty much you're gonna identify it. But like legendary items, artifact items, they're gonna have a DC on them.
If they're legendary or artifact, there's one quick and easy way to identify them, which is to find the bard, put the bard next to them, and then go, let's see what happens.
Okay, we've gotten off topic though. Back to your rules, Sterling.
That's pretty much it. We're just here to have fun and tell a good story.
Okay, right. Cool.
I'm here to boop the snooze the danger floof.
Boop the danger
floof. Do not.
I'm just here to steal anything that I can. You got it, Toots?
Hey Sterling, since I know a few people here don't know about it, you want to go over what we came across with the Hero Forge stuff?
Okay, the Hero Forge. I know I asked you to make those things to send them, and I was gonna put them into like this nice little family portrait of it. Yeah. Apparently they have a terms and conditions that anything that is made on there, they own all property to. That includes intellectual property, which means you cannot use the characters you make on Hero Forge for commercial purposes. As of the moment, I do not make money on these streams, but there is a potential that I can make money on these streams. So we cannot use the Hero Forge icons on the streams.
Even if we pay?
Even if you pay, they still own the intellectual properties to it. Even if it's your own character.
Yeah. They don't own any of your lore and stuff connected to the character. They only own the elements of the character created with their assets.
And there's no way to pay for that. That's interesting.
Yeah, no, you can't pay for the intellectual property. That's unfortunately that part of their terms of agreement. You can pay for the mini itself and the ability to print the mini, but they own the property, so you can't like basically go back and resell the mini. Is basically what they're going.
Yeah. Also, if somehow your character became super popular and you were making a fortune you were like selling your thing, Hero Forge can come back and like, hey, he made his mini on our forge, so I can sell the miniatures of his things and not give him a cut of the cash.
Capitalism!
Yay!
Well, that's actually smart if you really think.
Oh,
about
no,
it.
I mean, yeah, like in a business sense, it makes complete and utter sense. But from like just the fact
You
that you
can't say
own
anything
somebody,
'cause it's
just the fact that you can say you own the image of somebody's character
Because they created it
just because they made a miniature of it on your website
using your
is
tool
shady as
set.
fuck.
Randy Shackleford.
Telling me if you subscribe to it, it still ain't yours. That's crazy.
It's the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry I had to bring up the bad thing, but I just wanted to let people know.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
I actually have a commissioned art piece that I like to use, but not exactly what I want to use.
Again, I'm either going to draw people's characters as I get time, or if Echo's friend wants to do another commission set for us, we'll figure it out. But here soon, in probably the next couple weeks, we'll have official character art.
Yeah. But it takes a session or two before you get down for sure what you want your character to be like, anyways.
I know that Wolf is gonna draw My Lady.
Okay.
Because that happens with a lot of our random characters.
Okay.
So.
Boop the Snoot, the Danger Noodle.
No.
Okay.
You're just like, look, you're lucky in the other campaign that I'll just I'll post for you guys. I've got a half-orc barbarian.
Oh, that looks cool. I like the axe.
Yeah.
Like
thanks. I love a good giant axe.
So that's
I like big axe.
I am very much a fan of axe.
Yeah, he's great. We're starting at level 5, and I'm currently too lazy to try and put armor on a half-orc because nobody likes us, and God, it's expensive, and we're broke.
All of the things.
And he has a twin sister who's a fighter, so armor is much more pertinent for her. So he's just like, I don't know, I have these bracers, and I'll just, as I go along, I'll just keep putting things into Dex and Con so that my abs will protect me.
Who needs armor when you can just do something very good?
I'm actually
Let's get it. Abs of protection.
Absolutely.
It's not as bad as the toast of dexterity.
Toast of dexterity.
Dexterity?
It's in my Underdark campaign. It started as a joke, but now I'm putting it as a mechanic. Because I don't know, they've all gotten ridiculously culinarily inspired. So there's gonna be a little book that they have of recipes. Not that I'll tell them what they do in advance, and they have to make a check to prepare them and have the ingredients and stuff, and then they'll have different effects for varying amounts of time. So they're temp buffs as food.
Yeah. Sterling. So thinking more back on your rule stuff you brought up.
Mm-hmm.
So just going over rules, since we're also working on character creation and all that. Is there any background notes, elements you don't want us to put in backgrounds of characters, or things you would like to have the background of characters, so we make sure it flows well?
Things I'm looking for in the background is your basic story, and if you can include locations of where these things happened. Don't be just like, I killed a dragon at some random forest. I'm like, I don't know where that could have been. or
Tell me that's not Moon.
I'll use my wife's character real quick. She is a Knight of Whitestone over in Exandria. The reason she's coming to Wildemount is part of her backstory. But we have included Exandria and events that have happened in Exandria, so now they're part of the canon story for Wildemount.
I thought Exandria was the name of the world.
Taldori. Sorry, Taldori.
Yeah, Taldori.
Thank you.
But yeah, now that encompasses all of Exandria. So, or Eastern Exandria anyway. There's technically a Western Exandria now.
Yeah, I think there's like another region he's working on for his next set of stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, yay, okay. This is what we needed. He's already planning season 3.
I'm not saying no.
Neither am I.
Okay, but okay. I mean, is there like actions or subjects or things like that you want included or not included?
I would prefer not to have anything to do with the Mighty Nine. That is the intellectual property of Critical Role. We're gonna let them play their story. This is a story where events that have happened in their Wildemount may have happened here as well, and you guys may be coming across that path of destruction. You may hear legends of the Mighty Nine, but as far as I can help it, we are gonna have no direct interaction with the Mighty Nine.
I mean, don't kill a Tarask in your backstory. Just don't.
Yeah, don't do anything overpowered that obviously a level 1, 2, or 3 character could do.
That's fine. And when you say no direct thing with the 99, you mean like they're going on, but our characters would still know major NPCs that still exist in this world that are commonly known, right?
Yeah.
Like Ruby the Sea is the easiest one because anyone on the coast knows the legend.
Yeah, like the major NPCs like Pumont Soul and Ruby of the Sea, things that are mentioned in Wildemount directly, they're obviously going to be used.
Yeah, because I think the gentleman too, because isn't he like the crime boss from one of the areas?
He's one of the crime bosses. The gentleman has to be included in there.
Yeah, like just for my double checking on that for those examples.
Yeah.
And if we want to do anything extreme that involved other stuff, we check with you if it's anything beyond anything basic, right?
Yeah, it's like don't put in your backstory that you were best friends with Ford and now he's doing super well. That kind of thing.
Nah, I put in my backstory that Inky has a crush on the Ruby of the Sea, and she wants to, and she would sell her left nut just to see her.
Yeah,
perform.
That is perfectly fine. You don't include anything in your backstory that you say you knew Jester personally.
Oh no.
Things like that.
Well,
things like that. That's pushing into the actual intellectual properties of Critical Role, and I'm not trying to fight into that.
Wait, so
can I put in my backstory that I have Professor Thaddeus as a pet now? I have the owl. I'll accept a no.
That's where we're pushing intellectual property.
Okay, I'll take that as a no then.
Yeah.
What about my character though? Am I pushing in? I mean,
no,
I wanted to be the window.
You wanted to be what?
I'm what?
Hold on.
I don't know how to pronounce that name.
Let me
I don't know how to pronounce that name.
Let me
I don't know how to pronounce that name.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce that name.
Yeah.
Where is the echo coming from? Where is the echo coming from?
He's coming from California. He's coming from California.
Hello.
Oh, that was my poor attempt at a Jim Carrey laugh.
Okay.
Yes, Mrs. Potts.
Oh, I know where it was. Never mind. We're good.
This is brave right here.
You can wait 15 more minutes.
All right, let me see the backstory. Where's the backstory?
Am I wrong, Danger Floof?
Mine are.
Where's your backstory at, Red?
I didn't write it down. Fuck.
We're just not going to talk about the fact that I did once steal a baby goat.
No, let's talk about that.
I know I've used this before, but Brave wasn't here. Brave, when you stole the goat, did you savor the moment?
Seeing as I'd rather avoid the entire, I don't know, like, let's just all look over to the Greek pantheon and go, every time something like that happens, it ends poorly.
Every time.
Every time.
Let's never involve Zeus in anything.
Never. It's just
He
a bad
can't
idea.
he can't be trusted. Like, I don't know, you put literally anybody, male, female, neither, animals. Zeus is like, I'd tap that, and you're like, Zeus,
No.
we've talked about this.
So the only thing that I am gonna use from the official Critical Role canon, and just because it is canon in the Wildemount setting, and it's back to my wife's backstory, is that she is a Knight of Whitestone who is actually one of the personal bodyguards of the children of the Derolo family. And that's it. I'm not bringing Vax or Percy into the story. Like, they are off in Exandria and Taldori doing their thing. But my wife's character does know Percy and Vax as an employee, kind of thing.
Hello there.
We're not using Mighty Nine, but Vox Machina is a retired entity that is being used as NPC. Because that story is technically finished.
And they're well written into the source book.
Yeah. That is a finished character that has been reborn into an NPC. That's about as far as like that can go. Yeah, I think that's all of the rules and things that should not be included in backstories. Who wants to introduce their character first?
Sorry about that.
All right.
Solid introduction. Now, could you say it again, but not in Goblin?
Hello, I am
Hey.
Mickey. You may call I am Mickey Waters. I am 28 years old. I am a female tiefling, a druid circle of the land. My great-grandmother is known as Madam Moon. You do not simply go into the Moon Clan and not become part of the Moon Clan. I would sell my left nut to go see the... No, I'm not actually going to include that one. One of my life goals is to meet the Ruby of the Sea, or to at least see her perform. My daughter, Blissful Moon, is she is my heart and joy. She is one of my biggest supporters in life.
Could we all take a collective moment of silence for I am sorry that another character has been named a stripper name?
No, you may not.
I swear to God, I have characters that are employed as strippers that have real names.
She is not. This is her real name.
Yeah, I know. It's like Passion Firemoon.
I'm sorry, Passion Fireman is the most stripper name I could ever think of.
I know.
Oh, I'm sorry, Glitter Tits, but
no. That's
Wait, are we on
It's really
stream?
close to my drag name, actually.
Are we on
Okay.
stream right now, Sterling?
Huh?
Are we live?
We are live, yes.
Okay.
Oh, we are? Well, in that case.
Thanks for interrupting me. Anyway, Blissful Moon is my 10-year-old daughter. Do not make fun of her name, or I will hurt you.
Laughs in cat.
Cock shillelagh like shotgun.
You don't speak cat.
I'm a druid. I speak every language of the animals.
You have to cast that as a ritual.
I booped the snoot.
Alright, anyway, moving on.
I'm going to make a point of being best friends with your daughter and never letting you pet me.
You monster!
Gonna turn cannon in about 5 seconds.
Look, it's a good idea.
I mean,
It really is.
It's can.
No, I'm allowing it. I like it.
Like I said, this could become canon in about 5 seconds. All right. Is that all, Inky?
That is it.
Go ahead and give us a description of what your character looks like.
She is a blue skin tiefling. Lots of silver jewelry. Her tail is pierced with 3 silver rings.
Okay.
Yellow, solid yellow, orange yellow eyes. Her hair grows black, and her hair grows black, but at the tips it turns a moss green.
Okay.
She usually wears a white ruffled shirt, ruffled at the sleeves, corset, brown pants, and high boots.
Okay.
Okay. And the amulet around her neck is the last gift her father gave her before he died.
All right. Noted. Oh, weapon of choice.
She usually uses a scimitar, but prefers to use either a spear or a quarterstaff.
Okay. All right. So who is next? Any volunteers?
I volunteered Danger Floof.
Have I been volunteered as tribute?
Yes.
Okay. Let me. There we go. Yeah, I have Danger Floof. Or, she does have an actual name, but I don't know, it'll take a while. She usually hangs around in cat form, especially if she doesn't know people. She's a shifter who has lived, I would say, 80 to 90% of her life out in the boonies, in the woods. She doesn't people especially well, because things like, table manners and social etiquette and not just staring at people really intently because that makes them uncomfortable never really got told to her. Nobody's ever like, don't do that, that's weird. So she does a lot of weird things. Why she's out there is because she was living in at the edges of a community with humans, with her family, and that means like her family, extended fam, little shifter clan, and the human settlement near them panicked, thinking that they were lycanthropes and dangerous and cursed, and sort of more or less led like a holy raid upon them and killed all of the older ones, and she was still very, very little at the time, and she managed to run off into the woods, but not before getting smashed across the face with the sharp side of a sword, which irreparably damaged her eyes. So she's completely blind now. She doesn't have eyes. They couldn't be saved. But she was found by the Raven Queen and has been more or less raised by a strange death goddess and 2 birds. They're her friends. She likes her birds a lot. Yeah. So she's on the taller end of things, like 5'8" or 5'9". She has, even in human form, digitigrade legs with her lynx paws and then lynx ears. She has human hands but with claws. And then is otherwise fairly human looking. She has a ridiculous mane of curly, like, gray brown hair that mimics lynx fur colors. She has the color matching skills of a blind person. So most often when she tries to get clothes together, when she bothers with them, it looks like somebody who got dressed in the dark, because that's just how her life is. So she'll be wearing like an orange shirt and then like green pantaloons, a blue sash, and then like a pink ribbon tied across her eyes. And she's like, this is good. Right?
This is fine.
This is fine.
And the colorblind ravens agree.
Yeah, the colorblind ravens totally agree. They can't tell either. They know if things are shiny. She has no real concept of money because she hasn't really been exposed to it. So, she knows of these, like, flat, slightly heavier than she would expect rock things. That the ravens will collect because they like shiny things, but she doesn't really go into towns and pay for things.
So she knows that flat rocks pay for food. That's basically the extent of her money knowledge.
Yeah, occasionally, but like the kind of people who she's ever talked to are people like Pumatsol, who would be beyond understanding about weird forest gremlin. Like, I guess this is just how things are.
Yep.
You know, it's fine.
Oh well, you know, these things happen.
Yup.
I'm going to mess up his accent so much that I'm going to turn Pumatsol into fucking Yogi Bear.
This is concerning.
I just
Maybe
see
don't.
this happening now.
Just turn him Canadian. That's what.
Oh,
that's how it's
God.
being played.
God. Because every time I think of that, my voice immediately starts going Yogi Bear, and I'm like, stop.
Yeah, she's got like the predator fangs at all times and claws. She's not especially fond of shoes. They're weird and heavy. You can't grip things while wearing them. Shoes on cat feet just aren't a good time. She kind of walks around like cats if you put tape on their feet.
Alright.
And yeah, if she doesn't know people, she'll spend most of her time in Canadian Lynx format, just watching them.
Alright.
Doesn't know how she feels about people. And by that I mean she is very nervous about basically everyone.
Then you got the blue tiefling. It's like, kitty!
Yeah, and she's a grave domain cleric of the Raven Queen.
Alright. And did you decide on a different weapon, or are you going to use that custom claw dagger thing?
We should do claw daggers. They're cool.
Yeah,
Maximum face solution.
basically,
Well-
if you've seen Full Metal Alchemist, she is now Lust.
Got claw daggers.
Love it.
Are they I don't know. For like, I guess because I'm a cleric, I can also carry around for other weird things. I could have like a bone club or something.
Actually, the bone club's your spiritual weapon.
Yeah, probably. My spiritual weapon might just be shaped like a cat. It's just a spirit cat.
It could theoretically do that, actually.
Yeah, or a spirit bird.
I mean, that's feasible.
Your spiritual
Look it
weapon would be a cat. Would be a scratching post.
I don't know a lot about weapons. I live in the woods.
All right. Who wants to go next, or do I have to volunteer someone?
Okay, hang on.
How come we didn't go straight down?
Then it's you.
I mean, yeah.
Cross never went.
Go,
Alright, Cross, go. Share.
Okay, I guess I am on deck.
All right,
Yep.
yeah, go ahead, Cross.
All right, this is Nicholas Rosewood. He is the eldest son of the Rosewood family from Nicodrum.
Hey, babe.
I'm sorry.
Can't live here no more.
What is Joyce doing?
Didn't have to do that.
Yeah, and
Just at least like.
but she won't stick her headphones in.
100,000 at least. And
Hold on, Joyce, come here. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
1,000.
Is that better?
Daddy.
Yeah.
Aw,
As long as she puts her headphones.
aw, we found the mini person.
Say
Yes,
hi.
She just needs
Hi.
hi, baby.
Oh,
Hi.
Hello, tiny
doing?
cutie.
hi.
Hello.
All right, there we go. She had it, but turned down. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. Where was I saying? Oh yeah. I'm coming. Am I coming through? Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Nicholas is the eldest son of the Rosewood family. His from Nicodramus. They are a merchanting family that mostly engages in the finer spice trades, from peppers to cinnamon. His father is Michael, and his mother, who was born native of Nicodranus. His mother, Christine, is from the Dawiwan Empire. He has one younger sister named Lily. Some names are still placeholders, so I will leave it that too.
Okay.
But he through most of his youth, he was being raised by his father to take over the family business until he was about 16, when scales started forming on his left hand and moving up to the left side of his body. At which his mother, realizing that it is a sign of arcane magic, demanded that he go and study at the Sorceress Academy, so that he can gain the most from his arcane talents. Which forced his father out of raising him to run the business and putting it on his younger sister's shoulders. Then he, not really, kind of, after a couple years of studying, was kind of and being pushed here, was kind of tired of being told what to do in life, and has decided to set out on his own to meet the world on his own terms and figure out his own way through it. He is a human male, maybe close to 6 feet tall, a fairly light build, light tan just from living on the Menagerie coast. But starting at the bottom of his the left side of his face, under his eye, down the left side of his body, across his arm, are light bluish scales. His hand is very claw and draconian-like, and a small. I know it's not a ferret, but it's a ferret subspecies. What was that animal again, Brave? Because I can't find my message from you with what it actually is.
A normal?
No.
Or wait, shit.
Shit.
It was.
It's a weasel-like creature. Yeah, I can't remember the exact correct term for it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I can't. But the
Marmot.
By the way, Sterling, your daughter is absolutely adorable.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
she knows it too.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Well, like I said, he has a small, fluffy weasel-like creature that hangs out on his shoulders or next to him, named Fernando.
Alright, Fernando Diaz. Give me 1 second. I gotta turn my fan on real quick.
No problem.
And Inky calls him Trouble.
And his fur is a soft, snowy white, and his eyes are large and bright in a bright gold color.
are they a stout?
Huh?
Is the one that you're talking about is a stout or a mink?
I gotta look. It's one of those types. I gotta look at the exact thing because it did not save when I updated the its character
That's
notes.
fine. I was just curious. But
Alright.
Yeah, Fernando is
So-
his small traveling companion, and loyal sidekick.
And
So Stoat, that thing.
I think it's
I'll look at it here in 1 second. I'm in another screen.
those things are freaking adorable.
Um,
Oh, they're so cute.
yes, but yes, his little sidekick that travels with him. And that's him pretty basically. He's not like I said, he's out to find his own way, be it a business or that's it. Be business, arcane arts or whatever. That's pretty much it. And that's how I have it set up right now, unless I have to make some tweaks after we're done here with session 0.
Alright.
So he's a Stoat. Gotcha.
What is your weapon of choice?
He carries a dagger, but again, I don't really use weapons.
Okay.
My preferred cantrip right now is what cantrips did I take on him again? I have Ray of. He still has Ray of Frost.
Oh.
Right now, I have Ray of Frost and Shocking Grasp as my cantrips. These may get changed around. So that's where I'm at currently.
Alright. Next is Red.
What is there to say? But anyway, Arando doesn't have a last name. He's a what the hell?
Joyce, put your headphones in. Then turn the iPad off.
Huh?
Turn it down then. Alright, go ahead.
What'd you guys last hear?
Arando.
What did you guys
last
last hear?
No last name.
yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, Arando doesn't really have a last name. He's technically a Verdan, so he's born in chaos. He didn't really have a destination, but one thing he knew that he wanted to study some kind of magic, and he did. It's kind of the awkward magic, though.
They're so cute.
The awkward magic, warlock. But somehow he became a knight. Oh.
This strange magic you studied, did you learn your patron's name, or was it just a random?
Oh, it was the Fiend. I don't know.
Okay, random voice. Gotcha.
It's mostly a random voice that taught him. And I've always hated these. I don't know what else to say.
What do you look like, and what is your weapon of choice?
Character is a very half-sized green man with long hair that wears very shiny armor. His weapon of choice is a cane that he designed.
Alright.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
No,
Damn.
you're good.
Nah, that's all good.
Do you want, since you are a knight, did you want one retainer or all 3 retainers?
Oh, about that, just give me one.
Can that one retainer be a grumpy goblin?
I mean,
No.
that's what I was gonna do for it. was
He said
goblin.
no.
Do whatever, man. I don't care. I
Alright.
didn't really put no mind to that on the retainers. I was like, okay.
You just have a guy that like will come up to you once in a while and be like, "Oh, so here's your mail," and like deliver messages for you. Or if you need a message delivered, you just have it delivered to this guy to deliver to somebody else, kind of thing.
Sexy,
Yeah, all right.
sexy goblin question mark.
This poor guy has been bitten by a cat, a random forest cat, so many
Thanks,
times.
Grace. I appreciate your feedback.
No, your retainer, not you.
Oh yeah, your retainer's
Exactly.
like, been attacked by random links.
Like, oh god.
Random danger floof.
Alright.
I don't know. Like, in all honesty, Inky may have also bitten this man just to feel included.
Like, I bite that with love.
I will not
When
Oh, love bites.
when it comes to the night of, I didn't really know what to put there.
When in
Uh,
doubt, put the round table.
Yes.
Since you
Well,
are a goblin,
I was gonna be.
since you are a goblinoid, I would recommend the Kryn Dynasty because they are the monstrous race empire.
I actually picked the
but
first
it-
one, but okay.
But if you want to do the Dwendalian Empire,
Well,
you're
why
gonna
do you
have
suggest the Crane Destiny though?
they're a country of literally all monstrous races. Like goblins actually have status there.
Okay, then yeah, he's gonna really go into the place that's mostly safe because he doesn't want to have to deal with Bull.
Like goblins actually have a status in the Kryn Empire. All right.
When it comes to the cane, it's actually enchanted to be technically like a club. He wants to enchant it to be able to cut too, but that's another story.
Yeah, and we talked about how we can make that happen later on. Later on down the
like
line.
a club of impact.
Hmm?
Like an impact weapon.
I think so.
I
Like,
would do
with your-
bludgeoning.
It
Yeah.
was it's the way
It's already
described it
had
to me-
bludgeoning. It's
Yeah,
just
the way he described it to me.
Oil of
initially-
impact. That's what's in it.
Yeah, the way he described it to me initially, he wants it to go from like a club at the beginning, and eventually, as he levels up, it becomes sharper like a blade and turns into a great sword. Give or take.
Oh, he
Okay.
wants the veteran staff.
Somebody send
The
me
veteran's
Oh,
cane.
okay.
Yeah, that.
I've never had that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
somebody
That
send
makes
me
sense.
a link to that, and we'll. That's probably it. Yeah.
I can.
Like, that's
But yeah,
probably.
I want it to be identical to a walking cane though.
Yeah,
'cause-
no, don't worry. This is a thing.
I had a feeling there would be a thing like this. I just wasn't sure
Red-
what it was.
Am I right in thinking that you have like you're playing the character that kind of starts out with broken and eventually gets the master sword?
No,
Okay.
I'll just send that to you, Sterling.
he's a
Yeah, the way
he's a weird fancy guy with just the cane.
Okay, just a weird fancy guy. All right.
So basically, you're just going with Goblin Slayer.
No. Wait, who?
Retracting.
Not Goblin Slayer. Not Goblin Slayer. He says it's something else.
I'll send you the Beyond page too, just so that you have it on there.
Wait. I found your retainer. Goblin Butler.
But does that look
Mm,
I
yeah.
love
The
it.
Gobby Butler!
does that look about right?
He looks very dapper.
A very
cute.
dapper butler.
It does look
Great. I gotta give him a name.
Yeah, maybe.
Fortescue. There you go.
I'll double check with Red later on.
And here,
Your butt napkins, my lord.
Good.
and here, I was expecting a long-haired gentleman that's kind of a demon on the side, my lord, who's one hell of a butler.
No.
All right, babe, you're next.
Okay. First off, just for clarification, guys, I was not the one that picked the name. That was Sterling. So
Not sorry either.
I
Well,
don't know where it came from. Yeah,
They all
he
know
can
where
tell
it
you a little
came
bit
from.
more.
They all know where it came from.
Do we need to
Okay,
get our
good.
pitchforks and torches?
No,
It's
no, I am a tiefling fighter. I was the product of two humans that they wanted a child, but they made a deal, but like with the devil instead of like somebody else that would. Well, anyway, so what happened was their part of the bargain had turned out to be a child with infernal blood, which was me. I was a tiefling. If you can imagine Hellboy, but like younger version, but like not so beefed up and tall. Like he's tall, but he's not that like thick, I guess you could say. That's kind
Is-
of like the idea that I was going behind because I've been watching the movies and got really inspired. I was like, "Hey, can I do this?" And he's like, "Sure." I was abandoned on the steps of Whitestone, where the captain of the Sun Guard said he took pity on me and he raised me to be a strong and proud knight. I worked hard and very diligently, I might say. I grew up to be the personal bodyguard of Percival de Rollo, and I don't remember what number it is. I think it's the fourth, fifth,
The fourth.
the fourth. I thought so. Okay, I was close. And but when I became a knight, a very peculiar green stone that was given to me, and it was placed in the pommel of my sword. But I did not know in the beginning that this gemstone to contain the spirit like of a sorry. Whoo. I almost choked on my spit. Sorry guys. It contained the spirit of a dragon, and that would grant him powers beyond my imagination. But I don't know that yet. That's a level 7. So anyway, basically I'm just this, like I said, like a 6 foot something. Hold on, let me go down to it. I'm 6 foot. I'm like the athletic build. I'm not as big as a Hellboy, but basically like a teenage, like young adult version, I guess you could say. I have long black hair, of course, that is pulled back in a ponytail, and I have the big. That's supposed to be black horns, but not red horns. And they're kind of like if you ever saw the one movie where he's got the big horns on, that's what they look like. I have a chainmail. I have symbols of my houses on either side of my armor. I have a long red tail that is used for balance and as a belt because I want to look as human as possible. So my feet and my hands are hands; they're not hooves or anything. Because I like shoes. I'm like Brave. I like shoes and clothes. I try to like I said, I try to look as decent as I can. Because I did come from human parents, but anyway, but the large horns in the tail, they always give me away, unfortunately. And I have my sword is my long white blade. It is sorry, I can't read this. I am blind as a bat, y'all. Commemorate the knightship of Whitestone. It's got a white gold dragon's claw. Holding the jade. Dragon's eye gem in the pommel, and the cross guard has the symbol of Whitestone and House de Rollo, symbolizing like my status of a knight. Is there anything else but I missed?
is it a long sword?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I can probably find you a picture of this.
Oh, yay.
She probably could actually. Like,
Look, I'm
By
good
the
at
way, are you
this.
okay with that picture?
Is your character male or female?
Male. I'm sorry. It's male. Yeah. They'll always be male. And there's a reason behind it, but we'll get to that later.
No, you're fine.
Meanwhile.
what was your question, Red?
Did you see the picture I put up in Wildemount chat?
The cat person?
No.
Hold on.
I am not. Okay, yeah, that one.
That,
Yes, that one. Okay.
that's the picture. Didn't find a cane, so I was like, oh, stick. Okay.
Stick works. Alright. Alright. I think that's everything for her or him. Straw Hat.
All right, y'all ready for me to go? Go ahead and go.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, let's just face it. They saved the best for last. Greetings. My name is Sirius the Third, Master Thief, and just overall amazing performer. I travel around the world and just performing and entertaining for everybody while secretly stealing valuables and gems. Why? Well, that's on a need-to-know basis, and frankly, you don't need to know at that moment. While my preferred weapon is my trusty rapier, you can never go wrong with a handy butterfly knife. Just something with just the flick of the hand and can, get to the real cut of the matter, as the old saying goes. I'm usually seen with my lavish red jacket, my white pants, and my slick black loafers. Some say I look like a half elf, other times I look like a human. You never know. The Master Thief is the master of many faces. So you never know what the true face might look like or who he actually is. Because, nobody's ever really caught me to know just what I'm all about. And that's all you really need to know. So thank you, and I bid you all adieu.
You're gonna get, like,
Talk about just blowing people away. Jesus Christ.
unfortunately pounced on by a very confusing cat. And it's just gonna be like, oh, this is how I get fucked over. Because this creature will not release my leg.
Oh, believe me, there's a reason why I do everything the way I do, babe.
We have tall
I
Scanlan.
believe
We have tall Scanlan.
Caspian knows you and it's like, I don't trust you, man, but I like your style. there's like a fellow rogue respect. Like, good. I mean, don't get too close to me, but cool.
Oh, believe me, babe, life is a show. As long as you perform well, that's all that matters. That's all what I'm about. And like I said, that's all there is. That's all there is to it with my character. Anything more you want?
Gave weapon and all that, so no.
I believe.
Don't think so.
Yeah.
Stairs and cat.
Okay, so wifey is heading to work. So but we already got
Bye,
there.
guys. I'll see y'all by next week, okay? Or Saturday.
Bye.
Take care and have a safe night.
Echo is here, but he is not near his phone at the moment to give a character description. So let me jump into D&D Beyond real quick to get the wizard's character description real quick. I'm not entirely sure where they're at. I can tell you right now, it's a Goliath wizard.
Wow, those are two words I never thought I'd ever see in the same sentence. A Goliath and wizard.
I'm a little bit upset, but it's okay.
I expect to see the word being throwing in in between separating the two words.
Yeah, really. Tossing.
Yeeting.
By the way, is Windale in the Sword Coast somewhere, or
is what now?
Is Wildemount somewhere in the Sword Coast, or
no? It's in a it's on another planet. Is basically how you could sum it up. Faerun is one planet of the
damn, I
multiverse.
think it an awesome story.
Faerun is one planet, and then Exandria is the planet that this campaign's on.
Meanwhile, with
damn.
my Spelljammer campaign,
Spelljammers happen in between these. Happen in between these worlds.
Rondo, it's from Icewind Dale. Damn. I could have made some cool ass reason how he got there and all that shit. I should have asked though. That was my fault. Okay.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, if you
So-
get like a Jules Verne-esque spaceship,
Space travel might be a
I'll
thing.
just make
You
it like-
never know. Because I'm pretty sure Matt Mercer's sending somebody to the moon in this campaign.
Fly.
I mean, you
to-
could jump to the moon.
fly
Good.
to the moon.
Okay, let me do Charles's character real quick, and then we'll get to Echo. Okay, Charles, the Goliath wizard, which
you just almost did barbarian. I heard it. I heard it in your heart.
Almost barbarian.
it's
Yeah,
there. It should be a barbarian. We all know this.
You know, the funny thing is, my first pick for this campaign was a Goliath barbarian monk that I was going to base off another character I love in anime. But I thought, no, I'm going to have some fun with this.
Hold on.
Bar-
Before we continue that sentence, name the character.
Apachai from History's Strongest Disciple, Kenichi. Hello, this is Apachai. You give me money, I teach you to kill things.
Damn it. Okay, I was kind of hoping you were gonna go for the monk in Rurouni Kenshin, but
I actually
Missed
forgot what
opportunity
we're
is missed.
talking about.
I can't remember his name either. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I'll turn it off in a second. Yeah, but that's my favorite monk out of all anime ever. I just love him so much. Okay.
Yeah.
Sharos was born and raised in an with his Ayun-loving parents within the frigid cold of Sunder Peak Mountains in Isera? Isolated from few other families. After his parents and many other members' heroic death protecting the city in the Battle of Vasselheim, Sharos left and took upon himself to travel around Exandria, learning as much as he could about his possible lineage. One day, Sharos came upon a member of the arcane Pansophical. Knowledge is what they had in common, and this is what they often shared. His travels took him to Marquette, where Sharos learned the language with which Sharos found to be exotic, but still different from what Sharos spoke in his childhood. When his travels finally took him to Iman, Sharos met with another member of the society. Their encounter was similar to the previous in an exchange of information. Sharos asked her about this language Sharos spoke, and to his delight, she knew. Primordial is an old and extinct language in the material plane. Luckily, Charos's previous encounters had communicated with her several years back after his meeting with Charos and had realized who Charos was. She had recommended traveling to Wildemount, a continent known to be a battleground during the Age of the Arcanum, and possibly the best place to find remnants of the primordial language and its use in ages past. With the knowledge and a symbol to represent the society, Charos roamed Taldore, traveling from the library to the private collections that Charos was allowed to access, thanks to Charos' connections with the arcane Pansophical. Yeah, Pansophical. Once Charos was satisfied and prepared, Charos took his travels to Wildemount, hopefully to finding out why Charos' family lived in isolation and so far from what could be the origin of Charos' lineage. Yeah, so that's why they're in Wildemount. Enemies are all okay. Allies of the Cobalt Soul and any living members of the arcane Pansophical. All of his enemies are all minions of Vecna and anyone who breaks the truth, which is basically, though necromancy should be limited, it is magic nonetheless and should be understood. The Arcana is a tool to be wielded for the good of the people. And
Oh man.
this is like a lawful good.
Yeah, but necromancy needs to be understood and no. And no.
Again, the things that clerics hoard diamonds for is necromancy.
Yeah, but I don't do the whole undead thing. I might have to kill him in his sleep.
Did it say what wizard type they are?
Graviturgy.
Oh.
I might have to kill him in his sleep. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I am a cat. If their owners die, they'll eat them. So, like, huh?
I'm pretty sure he could find an excuse to use his chest
I'm sorry,
as a scratching post.
Love you too. Not graviturgy, conergy. Chronorgy. Chronorgy? However you pronounce that.
Chronology. Or
Time magic.
No.
Yeah, I mean, like, the best thing they get is basically a reroll on stats.
Fortune's Favorite's the only real good spell.
It's not like full on time control, but reroll on stats.
It's collapsing possible futures.
Mercer, we need to talk.
Alright.
Cool for NPCs.
Oh! Those are nice swords.
Thanks. I'm just finding a few that y'all might like.
Oh, they're badass.
Those are
Especially
nice.
especially that first one that looks like a freaking ruby blade. Yo.
If anybody wants a cool weapon, I'm always up for finding character art weapons,
They're
pointless
always,
backstory shit.
They're always-
And
Oh, really?
they're always a cut above the rest.
it looks like their
Either-
weapon is magic, but has a dagger. Excuse me. But yeah. And as far as I can tell from the character portrait that's on here, they look like a cloud giant, standing at 9 foot tall.
Damn, 9 feet.
That's a big ass wizard.
Jesus.
It's a big ass wizard.
Good
Where's
Lord.
your god now?
Too large.
He's
The
right
cleric
here.
does not like.
Your god's right here, and he's fresh out of mercy.
Alright,
I don't
Your
think I
god's right
can
here.
be any taller.
It's
Alright.
fresh out of mercy.
Paladin boy. You have been demoted from admiral to paladin boy. I see his thing going off, but I do not hear a voice.
I do.
I hear him. Make sure you don't mute it locally.
I hear him as well.
1 second.
Here we go.
That was interesting.
Okay, what about now?
Okay.
That was a thing.
Can y'all hear me
Yes.
Yeah?
now?
Hi.
Cool. Okay. Hi, guys. First, he actually already has his own short sword, which I put in, I think, the wrong chat altogether. But I'll repost that later.
Oh yeah, the
What do you need to know about Fafnir?
where'd you come from? What do you look like? What is your primary weapon?
And what games do you like?
Haven't figured out the primary weapon. I hope that's okay.
I think your character
I'm
was like
still-
using multiple weapons, so I'm gonna consider that a. I'm considering anything with a handle as a primary weapon.
As
He favors
paladins
his short sword just
do.
because it was his mother's in the past, and
Okay.
it's the last it's the last bit of his inheritance that he's going to hold on to.
Right.
His name is Fafnir, no last name, just the simple first name. He has an 8 foot something, I can't remember the inches, like 8'3", half dragon, half blue dragon, paladin. Follows Lindy. Sorry, I can't talk right now.
Follows Lindy, the paladin.
He believes in justice, but he'll be a good person. So
Kind of cut out there.
it's probably because I'm outside loading in the wind.
Ah.
He's at least trying.
Justice.
Oh no, I'm just letting you know.
He's an 8 foot something dragon, half dragon, blue dragon. So
All right.
favors multiple weapons. He's no real. I don't quite remember where he's from exactly, but he does live just south of the spine of the world, and that is where
Wrong world.
that's where he mostly was raised.
Wrong world. You're on the wrong planet.
Yeah, you are on the wrong planet.
Oh, wrong
Unless-
planet.
Unless you've
Okay,
got a spaceship.
I'll look for a new planet then. I'll need some. I'll
look
need to
for-
know
I'll
some
look
more
for a new
background
planet,
information
man.
then, because I just kind of grabbed whatever I could.
The map of Wildemount is in the maps section.
If you want to live in the boonies, it's where I live.
What do you want?
Sorry about pushing you, but
What do you want?
I'll end up looking at that, finding out where he's from later. I still won't be joining you guys for a couple weeks, so
my tablet's dead, and she just told you. She told me to like tell you what the time is to get like supper in case if you forgot.
I'll be done with what I'm doing here in about 30 minutes, and I'll make you dinner. Okay?
Is that gonna be 7 then?
About 7, yeah.
Can you help me find the remote because I want to play like Frozen Minecraft? Please?
Because your tablet died, and now
Persuasion
you're bored.
roll. 35.
Well, no, because of the videos for Minecraft, and I was just wanting to play it as well.
No,
You're
her
a-
cuteness is DC 35.
I know,
I
right?
could feel the sad eyes. I could feel it.
Do you want to be near the cold or near the warm? Echo.
Near the cold.
Okay, so you can be up in the graying wildlands or up in the northern part of the Menagerie Coast near the frigid depths.
Yeah, I'll end up looking at that later. Like I said, I won't be here for a couple weeks anyways because of travel.
I can go back and get him if my character knows you. I could go back and be like, hold on, I can't stand these people. I need to go find somebody decent. Help.
Yeah, the way it's gonna work out, you guys are gonna be on an escort
he's
mission, and
because
Fafnir
of-
is gonna be on the other end waiting for you guys to be there.
Fair.
All right.
Ooh,
I gotta go back to loading. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, so
Such fancy.
blue half dragon paladin boy. He's gonna be nicer than nice. So that's the 8 party members.
Sorry, I'm not very detailed. I'm not very
Should
good
be.
improvising.
See, I'm still debating if I want to have a Cockney accent for this, but I'm like, I don't know. Sterling might stab me in the eyes.
I won't stab you in the
And then
eyes.
I'm like,
but...
I don't have eyes! Ha ha!
It's like, I won't stab you in the eyes, but...
You will be stabbed. It's like the little details, like how Inky's 5'2", and she's part of a large family of 11 people.
I'm like,
She
I'm
wants
pretty
to get
sure
the hell out
Inky
of
is
the
the
house.
smallest person in this entire campaign.
She is small.
Wanting to be able to reach things.
Yes. Like,
Inky's
she's
gonna
the
be
kind of...
riding on the back of the Goliath.
Yes.
You know what? That's
Onwards
fair.
Yeah, she'll be kicking on the sides. Onwards to shenanigans! Like, she's the type of person that is smart enough to know better. She is wise enough to know to avoid things. But she's impulsive and will do things anyway.
Isn't that what most tieflings do anyway?
Yes.
Alright.
Also, she
Yeah.
has an aversion to holy water. Salt burns her. And she cannot lie when she's up to her knees in natural water. So, if you want her to get her to, if you want to find out who stole your oatmeal cookie, stick her in a lake.
I can also cast Zone of Truth.
It's basically Zone of Truth for her, which is in
Yeah,
the
I
water.
know. But I'm gonna bathe in holy water now.
Wait, cast bathe?
I mean,
you're evil.
I can.
Holy moly!
Yeah, she has ceremony.
Oh my god, there's gonna be... Okay, so we
I'm gonna
have...
bless this entire lake.
You are mean, Danger Floof.
It's a danger. that's a
Come
mean
get
danger
me.
proof.
Come get me knee deep in this holy lake.
Okay.
Gay.
So
It
officially...
wasn't mean when the holy water touches your leg and it begins to smoke. I'm asking for a friend.
What if it's brackish holy water and it's also salty?
Oh, wow.
Not as salty as you are.
Nothing is as salty as I am.
That's some
Okay.
straight up wop right there. Wet ass purity.
Oh, you go stand in the corner for that one.
Choked on my drink. Thank you for that.
Totally worth it.
I do like this one. I found a new cool sword. It's shiny.
Ooh.
I like
If Thor decided to use a sword instead of a hammer.
I like
it.
I like the cut of
It's
its jib.
shiny.
Okay.
He does have a staff, though.
Officially.
Yeah.
Where would the party like to meet?
Am
I
I
would
being
like to-
kidnapped?
We could
Again?
work with the kidnapping. I mean, like we could work with that.
Well, I mean, otherwise, like, I don't know. Unless the Raven Queen was like, I could go check this out. And I would be like, but I hate people. And she would be like, but this is super important. And I'd be like, I am a cleric. I guess I have to go.
I was thinking, like, if you were going to do the kidnapping thing, you were in Link's form and some random poacher sold you to a noble in Nicodranus. And when you got there, you transformed and ran away.
I was like, peace!
I like that.
Hit the door on the way out because you didn't realize there was a door there, but yes.
I'd say chained up because I had a bounty on my head and somebody reported me to the town guard. Since
Do you want me to bust you out while I'm busting me out?
I mean, if you want to, babe, since we're both prisoners, we can both work on this. You
Technically.
Half naked cat person in the jail breaking out the bard. This works.
I mean, you scratch my back and I scratch right behind your ear.
You better not.
You scratch my back, I rub your belly.
Danger Floof is going to taste blood before the first combat because she's going to bite
I
Unions.
swear to God, I will fucking Fenris you right into your chest cavity.
Oh, what? I thought all cats love their bellies being rubbed. Do I want some catnip?
Lies. It's lies.
The way I gain her friendship is a box full of catnip.
All right.
I just like your daughter.
I mean, at least from what I've heard, you put a tabaxi in a box, and if it fits, they sits.
Exactly. That's the same logic.
But she's not a tabaxi. We've discussed this.
She's a
I'm
shifter.
not a tabaxi. I've also never. I'm not based on a house cat.
She's based on a tiny mountain lion.
That's true. Like I said, you scratch my back and I scratch your back. We both go free and we both don't get imprisoned for the rest of our lives. You got it, sweet cheeks.
I mean, I could just leave you here and still leave.
Oh, but you couldn't do that. I'm too pretty. Gives you.
Yes, I could.
Eyes.
I need a serious persuasion roll on that one.
I will fucking do that shit.
Cause she saw nothing. Cause she doesn't have this crime.
I have what is my?
Do you know how many fucks I don't give?
Any of it?
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, with the relatively uninterested cat.
Yeah,
okay.
I've got a +6 of persuasion, so I'm good.
Here's a penguin with abs.
So okay.
Damn, that's a buff ping.
That's a penguin, if I say so. Penguin.
Okay, so pretty much everybody voted for trade.
Yes.
What?
Yep.
But we can do that in real life.
That's just the first story hook to get the get the game started.
Yeah, we're traders.
Yeah.
But anyway,
do I care?
But anyways,
Damn, girl.
we all know that the trade mission always turns out to be a Scooby-Doo, situation.
I'm like a freaking hobo cat. I don't even know what money is.
I'm a vagabond. What are you getting? Well, I'm a knight.
So
Let's see who Old Man Jenkins really is.
the way we're incorporating
Cthulhu.
Echo is he's going to be on the other end of this first trade mission. He's going to be in the delivery city. So where you guys are heading to deliver whatever said cargo is.
Is said cargo Professor Thaddeus?
Oh my
Said
god.
cargo is me. I'm pissed.
Like I said, I had a few thoughts on a lot of these options. One of those was delivering a mountain lion shifter. Or I'm sorry,
I will deliver you to the gods. I swear, I will do it myself.
She will reverse chest burster.
That is not what we're doing, but it was a thought.
Then I just won't show up for the first. He's like, you'll just be this really disgruntled cat for the first like 3 sessions of this.
I mean, look,
And-
let's face it. If we're talking about trades here, I got a deck of cards right here, and the best kind of trade for you is I got a nice red dragon.
My new
I'm very
plan is
fond of
slave
cards.
trade, and the cargo you're delivering is the bard.
Listen, we have to pay them to take him away.
I don't know if you want. Do you want like? Please, if you want somebody to have a grudge against him, I freely throw Caspian out here to be like, you fucked me over. Now I take your eyeballs and your liver.
I simply wish to pet the danger flea.
But since Cross and Inky were both sailors / merchants,
Yes.
I thought you guys could meet in Nicodranus, and after a Ruby of the Sea show, or you guys meet at the Lava Chateau, have dinner, watch a Ruby of the Sea show, and you are contacted by your client, who then gives you a location where you go and pick up the cargo to be delivered to Jorhas, I think. Yeah, Jorhas.
I can work with that.
Something to that that scale for how you guys all meet. You guys are at the Lava Chateau, or at least the first group's at the Lava Chateau enjoying their peaceful entry, while the Bard and Cat are escaping shackles, and then just happen to meet up with you guys on your way to the warehouse to pick up the delivery, and then you guys just form a party over mutual let's get the fuck out of here kind of deal.
Like,
I am
we
going
should-
to continually fuck over the party by turning into a cat when everybody's like, how the fuck are we going to get out of here? And I'm going to be like, that's a you problem?
Whoop.
And I'm gonna stop her with my cane. Stop.
Cat.
Yeah, I get wild shape at second level.
And
I thought you said wow shit. I'm like, no.
So essentially, after a good entertaining evening, we go to the warehouse to pick up the stuff, and the people we think we meet that we think's the rest of the crew actually turns out to be the escaped criminals who are filling in the spots.
Pardon me, I'm not a criminal.
we'll put criminal in quotations.
I'm not a criminal. I'm just like, honestly, I'm
You're the
somebody's
quote-unquote-
cat that left.
Nobody is
Okay.
a criminal if there is no law, but if the law says you're a criminal, unfortunately.
Yeah, but the law didn't even say I'm a criminal. I wasn't even brought into this place as a person. I can't be tried like one.
You fought the law and
You're not wrong.
The court has found you guilty. You've been sentenced to 2 spritz of the spray bottle.
Rude.
The Council of Ricks.
Don't you spritz me.
damn, that's a metal name. Stormcrest Mountain.
I know.
Love you, danger flea.
where we taking the stuff to?
Jorhas.
Jorhas. I'm trying
That
to
is
remember-
a very,
I'm trying to
that
remember
is
where
a
Jorhas
very
is.
long ways from here.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where Jorhas is.
It's a long walk,
It is a long walk.
considering we don't have a wagon.
We'll need-
I say as I look to the bard, like,
Jorhas is like in the center of the continent.
y'all better prove your usefulness right now and get us a wagon.
You need a wagon? I can ask my grandmother. She owns many things.
Let's
including a wagon.
see. Pilgrim's Call, Ruins.
Oh, it's up here at the
So-
Emerald. It's up here at the Emerald Gulch.
The bard just looks over and winks. Like what you see there, Tuss?
East or west side of the map.
How many name
east
my
side.
retainer so back?
Is it
I'd like a wagon.
behind that flag that you have up here?
Oh, if y'all are on roll 20, then yes, that's probably on the flag, like right there.
Oh, we're actually
Jar-
going. Oh, we're actually going to the Crying Dynasty. Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Bryn.
Yeah, which makes sense since we're in Nicodramus, as it's kind of like the center of the
go-between.
world in ways.
Yeah, and since it's not like an official delivery, you're not going to be delivering to the Empire because that's an easy thing to do.
Hmm.
Since you're being adventurers and being asked to deliver questionable things.
Oh, The question is how we're going to get there, though. Are we going to go over land, or are we going to go by sea?
That is where the fun begins.
Don't you put me on a boat. Don't you do it.
Well, the problem is getting over the mountains.
Don't you put me on a boat. I will walk over those mountains.
Because the only clear passage in the mountain is a city that's deep in the Empire. Or we could just go north and from Tristwall or Tistanwall, whatever the next city is, take the boat down the river there and through the mountains.
Fuck if I know why you guys can't walk on snow. Your feet are wrong.
Wait a minute. I just noticed something.
The danger floof is sassy.
No, the Kryn dynasty is so small compared to the Dale dynasty.
Yeah, the Dwendalian Empire. The Dwendalian Empire is basically Europe in medieval times, and the Kryn dynasty is basically everything else just trying to live.
Except the Mirage Coast, which is like the Mediterranean.
Europe, stop trying to take everyone's shit. Rude. No.
That's pretty much exactly what this campaign is.
Europe.
Except like the Great Wilds. Isn't that where like the frozen area that they haven't been to yet?
That was Russia.
Yeah. I know. I also know that's where the weird worm cult is, where they're eating the flesh of the dead god.
That's Russia.
Oh,
like that? Russia.
Oh, we are essentially going to Russia. Then I guess I should be preparing my exit.
All right, let's put it like this: Do we want another adventure? We're going to be spending half of it on a boat, or do we want to just go over land and try crossing the mountains?
I'm on the boat, and
does it help them if I lead?
Getting over the mountains, it does help with the.
There is the. Sterling, I'm assuming if we travel like up to Asgard Garrison, that we could possibly cross. That'd be an easier place to cross the mountains instead of climbing the mountains.
Yeah, the Asgard Garrison is actually like a doorway that's blocking the two countries.
So we'd have
it is physically like a massive door there, and it depends on which country is controlling it.
Defile my mountains. There were such nice mountains, and then these people put a door in it.
As long as that boat doesn't lead us to a lonely island, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, even by boat, there's still a good chunk of land travel, depending where we land at.
Like from Nicodranas, like the easiest way is to go straight north, either at Asgard Garrison or Rockguard Garrison. And get that's the straightest shot. You can also go up to like Trostenwald, get in the lake and travel down the river and through the mountains that way. Less people you have to deal with, but boat.
Wouldn't it be wouldn't? Okay, so Inky's gonna raise her hand. She goes, "Why are we letting the blind kitty let us guide us over mountains?"
I'm the most qualified in snow.
The two crows turn around and tell you and just squawk at you.
That was rather rude.
Yeah, so are you.
I mean, if we don't want to run the risk of dealing with pirates and everything like that out in the sea, we could just go through the Empire. I mean, that's a lot more civilization to cut, the move through. I mean, it would let us to go to nice places like Zodash and Fernwell along the way.
Felderwen, Zadash, Trostenwald. Yeah.
I mean, depending which way we want to go, I mean, no matter what, if we're going to go either by the river or over the mountains, we still have to go to the next northern town.
And I mean, if you guys are ever feeling adventurous, Hupperduke has the gnome raves.
This is true. We could always go to Hupperduke.
It's a little out of the way, but I'd say it'd probably be best for us to make our way to the garrison.
Am I with them?
Yeah, we're all outside the warehouse talking.
I believe if we sail,
this is what we're gonna be doing next week. Like I'm just introducing
we're just kind of planning a bit.
This is kind of just more or less everybody just chatting.
I believe
nothing is set in stone until the roleplay actually starts.
I believe we should sail. It'll be faster and easier.
And also, it's a good way to throw out where you want to go. Like, is there particular places you want to go, or a different way you want to go through the path, Red?
Who's Red?
Oh.
Ar-
You're gonna have to start learning my name.
Yeah.
What is your name, Jesus?
Yeah,
Well, it's not Jesus.
Rondo.
Sir Arando.
I'm gonna.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna,
Rondo.
Do it
I'm
again.
gonna have to change my familiar's name because we'll get him confused too easily.
No, Fernando is wonderful, and his name is Fernando the
Aron-
Great, and I may try to eat him multiple
It's
times.
Fernando and Sir Arando. I'm going to
Hey,
roll
Phil.
those just because I can.
Hey,
I'm gonna let the ABBA song play in my head.
so Brave, does a 13 boop your snoot?
Nope.
A,
I don't know,
a 13 gets you bit.
I like to go over. I just like to take the land route because there's a lot of really interesting places to go through on the way.
Hey, can I take this?
We could,
Oh
we
shit!
could always pick a cart. My grandmother owns many carts. We could take one.
All right, now
You're not right from pain.
And the boat's got water now, done it?
Yes, and boats are not
One-
cheap to rent.
Yeah. And you,
To
wouldn't
get
lie to you.
to
But
get
the-
you to the
but the-
next port to where you guys would be out of Empire territory would be over here at Zaroth, down here at like Zaroth, and
well, technically we're out.
that's like a 200-300 gold trip.
Yeah, so we don't actually have the money to rent a boat because we're out of the Empire already in Nicomadranas, but
We should probably take a cart then.
yeah, we
It'll
can't afford to
take
actually
along-
go by boat.
And it gives you guys a couple opportunities to stop into towns, talk to people, pick up side quests, and waste 4 weeks while we wait on Echo.
And hide my.
Should I keep talking the
That's
accents?
I mean, you
What's
can.
gold?
I'm okay with accents.
I'm going to attempt to boop the snoot.
I stop him. Stop.
No.
Well, it's just too bad now, innit?
10.
Oh,
There is this 3-foot tall goblin, just like not like hitting the tiefling with a cane.
yeah,
Damn it, my heart.
Knock your coconut with my
I just
fist.
get this terrible boss look on his face of, oh god, the manager dealing with that night staff.
Hey, I'd like to
Basically,
Snoot.
It's better than bacon. Hmm?
Hey, cooking is something I can actually do in this campaign.
this is true.
I
you're a
like the
spice merchant.
goblin.
Okay, so let me just clarify: are my spice merchants my drug dealers? Is that what I'm dealing with in this one?
I'm a
Well-
legitimate spice merchant.
Was that a joke, or is that what I'm actually dealing with?
No, I'm a legitimate
Yes.
spice merchant. I have like a couple pounds of pepper and cinnamon on me.
Okay,
Wait.
actual spice merchant.
Yeah, he's a drug dealer.
And I am the unofficial drug dealer.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I will be prepared for
because
drug
of a-
deals.
It's because I'm a spice merchant. Bruce isn't here.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
well, you know what? Well, you know what they say. Coke is the spice of life, there, babe.
Just shut up and load the salt bags.
If you need exotic,
if somebody accidentally stabs the bard in the night, the DM doesn't see. Tiamat's just like, hey, look over here.
Oh, well, I see you're getting straight to the point there.
I'm actually waiting for Baraka.
From somewhere in the distance, you just hear like
Barakas is adding to this.
Dude, if you guys could...
you just hear like this very suave French accent be like, "Excusez-moi, monsieur. I do believe the last time we met, you owe me just a bit of gold for your last, how you say, failed endeavor."
Yes, and I will give you that gold if you catch that damn Carmen San Diego, the girl in red. I have been tracking her for months.
It is neither here nor there in my problem and your inability to track people.
rock.
Well, it's not my problem, cher, because you know when I'm traveling through the swamp, I always find the greatest treasure.
God, that was such a bad thing.
But it was so good.
Oh,
I do not
Sterling,
care.
Yes,
I'm going to have so much fun.
it's 7.
it is 7. I gotta go feed my child. So
Yeah, take care of your little one.
All right, cool. All right.
I could be French in this. I could do the whole thing in a French accent.
Please
Again,
do.
You know what, French cat, I'm down. I'm down.
I'm French Canadian.
Yes.
Yeah.
I accept.
you know, I love the French pussy.
Okay, no.
You
no,
go stand in the corner.
No.
That goes a little too far.
But
Yeah. Remember.
We
Hey,
are
Straw.
on
Remember.
we are on
Yeah.
stream, and I have
We
I have certain guidelines I have to follow.
We are
That's fine
streaming
anyway.
this.
I apologize.
And remember, this is brought to us by our great new energy drink sponsor, Sterling.
Yes, Raise. We got a new energy drink. It's great. That's literally what I've been drinking this entire stream, and I love it. Starting next week, starting on Saturday, there will actually be a advertisement I made that will be in the streams. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Raise energy drink. Link is in the description and down in chat or in I will be working on Twitch stuff all week to fix this. So yeah.
Can I
Thank you for putting up with our shenanigans.
Can I vehemently cuss and say questionable things in French?
Yes.
I do speak it.
Yes.
Yes.
But we need subtitles.
Pah.
What part of
That is not my problem.
Little brother, just get in chat. We're all talking here. Just get in chat.
Danger Floof, I swear I will boop your snoot if you don't stop that crap.
Never.
Yeah, but Sterling, I'm sorry that we stopped you. You go take care of your small one.
Yeah.
I'll just be here like cackling in a vaguely Frenchy manner.
Yeah, we'll all enjoy
Okay.
the 2 boys.
Yes, I'm gonna go take care of my child. Thank you guys for stopping by the stream, and I will see you guys on Saturday for our Pirates campaign, and then next Tuesday, we will start the official campaign of Wildemount. So,
So Willie 6